Welcome, everybody, into tonight's broadcast. I'm Samuel Reese coming to you live as the 2021 MLB postseason gets underway with a bang. The greatest rivalry in Major League Baseball taking center stage tonight in the 2021 American League Wild Card game. Fenway Park is the site on this Tuesday night. Two AL East divisional rivals squaring off in a win or go home scenario. It's the first time since the 2003 ALCS Game 7 that these two teams are facing off in a winner-take-all game. Nathan Eovaldi on the bump for the Red Sox on the season, 32 starts, an 11-9 record, 3.75 ERA, a 1.19 whip in a little over 182 innings, 195 strikeouts, and 35 walks this season. In his first 5 starts against the Yankees, he was solid, only allowing 7 runs in those 5 outings. His last start against the Yankees, however, he allowed 7 runs in that single game. For the Yankees lineup, Anthony Rizzo leads off. Then it's Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Joey Gallo, Gleyber Torres, Brett Gardner, Gio Urshela, Kyle Higashioka, and then Andrew Velasquez in the cleanup spot. The Yankees averaging 4.4 runs a game, 10th in the American League, and let this wild card game begin. Thank you, John, for tuning in. I appreciate it. And boy, am I looking forward to this one as a Red Sox fan. Both of these teams finished with identical record of 92 and 70. The reason the Red Sox are hosting is because they won the head-to-head 10-9. They beat the Yankees in the season series. However, New York did win the last 6 meetings in the regular season against the Red Sox. We are ready to go. It's a packed Fenway Park on a cool Tuesday evening. It's just past an 8 p.m. local time start in Boston, Massachusetts. The winner advances to the American League Divisional Series to face the number 1 seed in the AL. That would be the Tampa Bay Rays. An immediate grounder up the first base line. No problem for Bobby Dahlbeck as he steps on the bag. And that's already getting the crowd into this game. There won't need to be much extra to get this crowd into it. Anytime these two bitter rivals square off, the crowd is always 100% engaged. Never mind when it's a playoff game and a win or go home game like we have tonight in the wild card game. Aaron Judge now at the plate, number 2 hitter in the lineup. And he's batting .287 on the season, 39 home runs, 98 RBI. Judge has historically done well at Fenway Park. Eovaldi trying to change that tonight. Here's the first pitch to Aaron Judge, and that's in there for a strike, bottom part of the zone. Kevin Plawecki is doing the catching tonight for the Red Sox. I'll get to their defensive lineup in a moment. Judge in his career against Eovaldi, 9 of 23, a home run, 3 strikeouts. That includes the postseason. As the 0-1 is popped up into right field, closing in on it is Renfroe, and that's out number 2. 3 pitches, 2 outs, and the Red Sox are 1 away from retiring the side with ease. A 4-seam fastball at 98 there. It just rose at the last second. And pop a fly out for Aaron Judge. As I mentioned, Plawecki doing the catching. Christian Vazquez, the number 1 catcher usually for the Red Sox. However, some pitchers have certain catchers they prefer. And in Eovaldi's case, he prefers Plawecki behind the plate. Plawecki's his guy. He's been his guy throughout the season. So why would you change it here in a high-stakes game like this? As this is pop foul by Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton having one heck of a season. The key for him has been staying healthy. Batting .273 on the year with 35 home runs, 97 RBI. Similar statistics to Aaron Judge in that department. More home runs, in fact. Now the 0-1 from Eovaldi. And that is smoke deep left field, back at the wall, and it is off the monster. Fielded in left by Verdugo, and the throw cut off by Bogarts. Well, that's the deepest single you're going to see in an MLB game. Stanton only able to get on first off the bat. It looked like it had the potential to leave Fenway Park. That was sharply hit off the top of the green monster wall. And I think Stanton thought it was leaving too, because he was watching that ball at first, and that's a big reason why he couldn't make a double out of it. If he started running right away, I guarantee you he would have got to second. But he does not, so it's just a single for Stanton off the green monster wall. Joey Gallo goes after the first pitch, fouled off, strike one. Gallo this season with both the Rangers and the Yankees has batted just 199. He does have 38 home runs, 77 RBI. And so the 0-1 coming from Eovaldi. He got him with strike two. That fastball has been about 97, 98. And this crowd on their feet. An 0-2 count and a chance for a punch out. The fans already getting into it early on in the night. The 0-2 in the dirt. Good block by Plawecki. Ball one to Joey Gallo. Gallo, the number 4 hitter in the lineup. Giancarlo Stanton on first for the Yankees. Nothing better than the wild card game. Some would argue it's really harsh for an 162 game season to come down to a single game, as that's fouled off by Gallo to stay alive. But I really like the wild card game, as Joey Gallo, with 111 walks, leads the AL. 213 strikeouts, however, leads the MLB. So the type of hitter that swings for the fences more times than not. Also patient in the batter's box. But yeah, I love the wild card game. Obviously, it's very nerve-wracking when your team's in it, as is the case for me with the Red Sox being in it. But I think it's those 2 nights, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 2 wild card games to start the playoffs are some of the best nights of MLB action that you're going to find, just because of how high the stakes are. And I definitely like the wild card game. I do, as Nathan Eovaldi throwing just 2 balls, 8 strikes thus far. The 2-2 pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the third base umpire. Strikeout number 1 for Nathan Eovaldi tonight. And down goes Joey Gallo. What's going on, Ventura Fredis? Yes, let's go Red Sox. Absolutely, man. We're just getting started at Fenway Park. It's an age-old rivalry at a historic ballpark. Bottom of the first on the other side. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Garrett Cole on the mound tonight for the Yankees. Their ace ranks first among pitchers in the AL for wins with 16, third in ERA with a 3.23, tied for second with a 1.06 whip. And here we go with Garrett Cole on the bump. In his first 25 starts, he went 14-6 with just a 2.73 ERA. However, in his last 5 starts, it's been much more of a struggle, 2-2 record with a 6.15 ERA. We'll see how he fares tonight in his biggest game of the season. And the first batter he faces is Kyle Schwarber, who was acquired at the trade deadline from the Washington Nationals. Schwarber leading off. It'll be Kike Hernandez batting second, then Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts, Alex Verdugo, Hunter Renfroe, Kevin Plawecki, Bobby Dahlbeck, and then Christian Arroyo cleaning up. That's ball one inside from Cole this season with Washington and Boston. Schwarber, the DH, with a .266 batting average, 32 home runs, 71 RBI. He's been a helpful addition, I should say, at least on the offensive side at the plate. And he is the leadoff hitter with good reason for this Red Sox team. No JD Martinez for this wild card game. He sprained his ankle in a bizarre way in the regular season finale 2 days ago. He tripped over second base while heading out to the outfield in between innings. So not a common way to get an injury, but that's how it happened. And the sprained ankle enough to keep him out of tonight's wild card game. That pitch fouled off, 2-2 now the count to Kyle Schwarber. JD Martinez is in the dugout, of course, supporting the team. But that is a big loss. Of course, one of the best offensive players for this Boston Red Sox squad. And this ball is hit hard to center, but shifting over and under it for the catch is Brett Gardner, one away. That'll ring up Kike Hernandez, I should say. It's a four-seam fastball, that last pitch from Garrett Cole, and Kyle Schwarber had decent contact. But Gardner was there for the easy out in center. Let me change that. There we go. Bottom of the first, one away. No men on base. Here's Kike Hernandez. That's a curveball painting the inside corner. Strike one. Hernandez, .250 batting average, 20 home runs, 60 RBI. Hernandez in his first season as a Red Sox, former LA Dodger. This is popped into the air. The shortstop Velasquez in the area, but it's Gleyber Torres making the play. 2 up, 2 down. That'll ring up Rafael Devers. And as he steps up to the plate, the crowd at Fenway Park gives a round of applause. Rafael Devers, just incredible. .279 batting average, 38 home runs, 113 RBI, and he came up big in a lot of clutch moments, including the regular season finale on Sunday when he hit that game-winning 2-run home run in the 9th inning against Washington. Devers in his career against Cole started 0 for 8. He's gone 4 of 11 since, which has all been in 2021 with 3 home runs. So he's hit 3 home runs off of Cole this season alone. That's strike one. 1-1 now the count. Now that it is the postseason, we have a 6-man umpiring crew. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Both of these teams had to sweat it out until the final day of the regular season to see whether or not they'd qualify for the postseason. The Red Sox and Yankees both had to win on the final day and did to guarantee their spot in this wild card game. Here's the 1-2 from Cole, and he nearly hit Devers, who leapt out of the way. That pitch well inside. 2-2 now the count. Yeah, that was awfully close to clipping the elbow of Devers. Here comes the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. The count now full. First full count of the night. Cole delivers, and that's ball 4 upstairs. Devers takes first, and the Red Sox have their first man on base tonight. And up comes Xander Bogaerts. Still 2 outs, but the Red Sox trying to build off of that walk. Devers on first. Bogaerts' .295 batting average on the season with 23 home runs. Low and away, ball 1. An off-speed pitch from Garrett Cole that time. Bogaerts this season, in the first half of the season, batted .321, 15 home runs, 51 RBIs. Second half, he's been a little bit colder. .255 batting average with 8 home runs. Second half of the season, I should mention, has been a bit shorter for Bogaerts as he missed some time with injury. Now a 1-1 count. The good thing for Bogaerts is now that we're in the postseason, it's a fresh start. In game 163 for both of these clubs. That's ball 2. Nice hold up by Bogaerts, I should say. That pitch just missed the outside corner. We've seen a curveball at 84, a slider at 88, and then a slider at 89 from Garrett Cole so far in this at-bat. Now the 2-1 pitch from Garrett Cole. That ball struck well to deep center field. It's back at the wall. It is gone! Rafael Devers will come home off a Xander Bogaerts 2-run shot. It's pandemonium inside Fenway Park. 108 miles per hour off the bat. 427 feet to center field. And Xander Bogaerts comes up huge for the Boston Red Sox in the opening inning. That home run right there sends Fenway Park into an absolute frenzy. And it's the dream start for Alex Cora and his men. 2-0 Red Sox lead. And boy, was that ball smoked. Alex Verdugo now at the plate. Popped high into the air and shouting for it. And making the catch is Gleyber Torres. That's the end of the first, but damage done. Garrett Cole allows a 2-run home run off of Xander Bogaerts. A 427-foot blast to straight center, and Fenway Park is on their feet. The second inning is next in the AL wildcard game. The Red Sox striking first with a 2-run lead. Welcome back, everybody. It may be early in this AL wildcard matchup, but the Red Sox wasting no time getting on the board. An 89-mile-an-hour changeup pounced on by Xander Bogaerts. A home run to center field, and the Red Sox in front as we go to the second inning. Alex Cora fired up. The entire stadium fired up. Third career postseason home run for Bogaerts and his second against the New York Yankees. And so to the second inning we go, and let's see how the Yankees bounce back after that. Strike one from Nate Eovaldi facing Gleyber Torres in the middle of New York's lineup, batting .259 this season. 9 home runs, 51 RBI, and that's a heavy swing and a miss on the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-2. Deep breath from Eovaldi after a solid first inning, trying to carry that momentum into the second. That's outside, 1-2. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight, and what a start to this AL wildcard game, huh? Here comes the 1-2. Same pitch, same location. It's 2-2. Eovaldi getting the sign he wants from Plawecki. It's outside again. That was a fastball. The count is full after 3 consecutive balls. Full count pitch on the way. This is roped to right field, and backing up and making the catch is Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe approaching the warning track out in right field. Records the first out. And so up comes Brett Gardner for New York. Gardner, the number 6 hitter in the New York lineup. The winner will face another AL East team in the Tampa Bay Rays, starting Thursday in the ALDS. A lot of movement on that ball inside. For ball one, Gardner has batted .222 this season, 10 home runs. Here comes the 1-0. And that's a strike. Beautiful movement on that slider. And the fastball paints the outside corner. 1-2 to Brett Gardner now. As Eovaldi looks for the second out of the inning. A deep breath from the Red Sox pitcher. Oh, that looked like a strike, but a called ball by the home plate umpire. Looked like it clipped the inside corner. However, 2-2 the count as the at-bat continues. He got him! Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Nate Eovaldi as Brett Gardner heads to the dugout. Two away here in the top of the second, and Eovaldi finding a rhythm early on at Fenway Park. My goodness, that was a filthy curveball. Absolutely filthy. It looked like it was coming right to the middle of the plate, dipped down at the last second, and Gardner was left lunging for it. Here comes Gio Urshela. Urshela swings at the first pitch, a grounder down the line, and there'll be no play. Plawecki and Eovaldi both chasing that ball. And Plawecki couldn't grasp it cleanly, so Urshela safe at first. Very aggressive in the at-bat, going after that first pitch, and it pays off. I don't think he was intending for this to be a slow roller down the third base line, but it worked out nicely. That was perfect placement on the hit. And actually, as Urshela got to first, he pulled up a little bit. Not sure if he felt something in his left hamstring or what, but nothing serious enough to take him out. He's staying in there, but he's rubbing that left hamstring, I believe. Here's the number 8 hitter in Kyle Higashioka. Curveball fouled off. Speaking of Gio Urshela, who just got on base with a single on Sunday in the regular season finale, a game the Yankees had to win, he really went all out. And that was exemplified in a great hustle play to make a catch as he went sprinting 100 miles an hour, it seemed, right into the Rays dugout. A really dangerous scene, but he made the catch. He only came out with a bruise, and he appears to be a tough player, doesn't he? That's an 0-2 count. Swung on and missed by Higashioka. The Fenway crowd on their feet once more, a chance to end the inning. Eovaldi deals. That's outside, ball 1. Kyle Higashioka in 67 games this season, just a 181 batting average. He has 10 home runs. The 1-2 on the way from Eovaldi. Fouled straight back. Higashioka staying alive. Nathan Eovaldi, in his last postseason appearance, well, that was the 2018 World Series Game 3. He had 6 innings pitched in relief, the longest in the World Series since 1977. You may remember that was that 18-inning marathon against the Dodgers. A check swing, he went, says the first base umpire. Down goes Higashioka, and the side is retired. 2-0 Red Sox lead. It's the third punch-out of the night for Nate Eovaldi. A crowd at Fenway loving every second of it. Middle of the second, 2-0 Red Sox lead. Welcome back, everybody. Over the decades, so many memorable, epic matchups between the Yankees and Red Sox. These two met in the 1978 AL East tiebreak game. Yankees won. 2003 ALCS Game 7. The Yankees won that. However, it was the Red Sox coming out on top in the last winner-take-all game between these two teams. That was the 2004 ALCS Game 7, in which the Red Sox completed the first and up to this point only ever 3-0 series comeback in MLB postseason history. And so to the bottom of the second we go. 2-0. Red Sox lead. Hunter Renfroe leads off this inning. 31 home runs on the year, and it's a 1-1 count. What's going on, King of Sports? Welcome into the broadcast. Glad to have you here. And Mike, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated, guys. And the wild card game rarely disappoints. And whenever the Yankees and Red Sox face, it's usually must watch. No different tonight in this winner go home scenario. 1-2 count now to Hunter Renfroe. And this ball popped in the air, right field, and this will be foul. Aaron Judge running back to it or running towards it. Rizzo is running back to it. And it seemed for a moment like those two were on tap for a collision course. Yeah, that ball is really hit into no man's land, but just a few feet foul. Oh, fair enough, Mike. Fair enough. You're a Twins fan. Yeah. Tough season for Minnesota. But I appreciate you stopping by to drop your catchphrase. Thank you. You have a good night as well, Mike. I appreciate it, man. And there's a strikeout for Garrett Cole. Down swinging is Hunter Renfroe. A reminder that the 2021 MLB postseason continues tomorrow with the NL wildcard game between the Cardinals and the Dodgers at 8 Eastern time. And then on Thursday, the two ALDS matchups get underway. Game 1 between the White Sox and Astros will be at 4. And then at 8, it's Game 1 between either the Red Sox or Yankees and the Rays. Now it's Kevin Plawecki at the plate. 287 batting average in 64 games this season. 3 home runs, 15 RBI. All right, there you go, Mike. So I'm assuming you're from Minnesota then. Very good. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, I've never been to Minnesota. I'd like to go one day. It's an 0-2 count. Yeah, for me, it's all of the Boston sports teams, since I'm from Boston. So very good. At least you're not one of those fans that likes teams from a bunch of different cities, which never makes sense to me. So I respect you for being loyal to your hometown teams. Ball and 2 strikes now to Plawecki, the number 7 hitter. Outside. Count even. 2-2. A slider, 4-seam fastball, and then 2 more sliders from Garrett Cole here in this plate appearance. This ball hit to deep right center field. Backing up is Gardner, and that's dropping down at the wall. Rounding first and sliding safely into second is Kevin Plawecki. And the Red Sox catcher delivers an extra base hit. That ball was hit well to right center. And Plawecki in scoring position for the Red Sox. He was all over that 4-seam fastball from Garrett Cole. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Right off the bat, it had the potential of going out for a home run. Landed up against the wall. And how about that from Kevin Plawecki? Not the first guy that comes to mind that you'd expect to deliver a big hit for the Red Sox, but he set things up nicely here for Bobby Dahlbeck. A fastball way outside. Nice adjustment by Higashioka behind the plate for New York. 1-0 the count. Dahlbeck batting .240 this season, 25 home runs, 78 RBI for Boston. And now the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. There's that signature slider from Garrett Cole. But yeah, it's been the fastballs that the Red Sox have been taking advantage of, really, in this game so far. And it's a good sign for Boston that the bats are coming alive early. After that 2-run home run in the first inning from Bogarts, they could be in business here in the second. Swing and a miss there on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Up high, 1-2. Strikeout here would be crucial for Garrett Cole and the New York Yankees. Plawecki with a lead on second. 1 out, bottom of the second inning. The AL wildcard game between two bitter rivals. That's just low. The count evened up. A good eye by Dahlbeck on that pitch. What a great atmosphere tonight in Boston. Both teams with identical records, 92 and 70. That's chop foul. Dahlbeck staying alive. Big reason why he's in the lineup tonight is because of JD Martinez's absence due to his sprained ankle. Another 2-2 on the way. Cole with a glance to second. Now he deals. That's in the dirt. Full count for Bobby Dahlbeck. And a real chance to open the gates. This crowd is electric. Garrett Cole in a high-pressure situation. 3-2 pitch with chance of Bobby coming down at Fenway Park. Oh, he got him. Strike 3 called. Second of the night for Garrett Cole. Bobby Dahlbeck a bit dubious about the decision. Might have been a hair outside, but the umpire thought otherwise. The slider there. And that's a big second out for the New York Yankees. Plawecki staying put at second, and this will bring up the cleanup hitter in Christian Arroyo. It's the third start since the All-Star break for Christian Arroyo, by the way. First pitch fouled off, 0-1. Arroyo in 57 games this year, 6 home runs, 25 RBI with a .262 batting average. And hey there, Carlos, welcome in to the stream. What's good, Carlos? Exciting night. Wild card games rarely disappoint, and since my Red Sox are in it facing our rivals, the Yankees, I couldn't be more excited for this one, especially considering the great start to this game for Boston. That swung on and missed, a 97-mile-an-hour four-seam. You can't wait till the next Ravens game? Yeah. I'm looking forward to the next Patriots game as well. And, yeah, it's an exciting time for me as a Boston sports fan. The Red Sox, hopefully they can extend their postseason with a win tonight. And then the Bruins and Celtics are getting their seasons going. The Revolution are dominating MLS and getting ready for the postseason. That's outside for ball one. Yeah, your poor Nationals, I know. The Nationals had a bit of a rough year, didn't they? Yep. 1-2 coming. Hey, but Kyle Schwarber has been a big help for us, Carlos, on offense. So thank you for him. Oh, it's strike three. Swing and a miss for Christian Arroyo. And after allowing that double, Garrett Cole bounces back with back-to-back strikeouts. Is Matt Turner starting for the next game? You mean the next U.S. game on Thursday? I'm not sure, Carlos. That's a good question. I don't know what Greg Berhalter will decide to do because Zach Steffen is recovered from his I guess it was back spasms that he had last round of qualifying. So it'll be interesting to see what Greg Berhalter decides. So yeah, I'm not sure if it'll be Turner or Steffen. End of the second inning in this AL wildcard game, 2-0. Red Sox lead. Stay tuned. It's a good one. We head to inning number 3 in this winner-take-all game between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. This rivalry never disappoints, does it? And already an exciting start to this one after the 2-run home run in the opening inning from Xander Bogaerts. Scoreless second inning for both teams, and we go to the third. The Yankees try to get something going on offense. And look at that. Bucky Dent is in attendance for this one as the first pitch is swung on. A high fly ball to left field. Alex Verdugo making the catch. Bucky Dent was the Yankees shortstop from 1977 to 82. And of course, to the nightmare of Red Sox fans who were alive at that time, in 1979, Bucky Dent broke the heart of Red Sox fans, hitting a game-winning home run in the 9th inning to win a playoff series for New York. And for those of you unaware of the story, Bucky Dent was basically the last player you'd expect to deliver a big home run, and he hit one a couple innings earlier too. So he just out of nowhere had a big-time performance when the Yankees needed him to have one. Anthony Rizzo, by the way, at the plate, 0 for 1 tonight as we go back to the top of New York's order. But yeah, that's the story behind Bucky Dent. A utility player who, came in and made an impact when they needed him to, but No one expected him to come up that big in that moment. And that was back in 1979. Of course, this rivalry dates back well before that even. The 2-0 to Rizzo. That's a strike. Aaron Judge on deck. Two balls and a strike. Rizzo fouls that one off of his leg. 2-2. Well, another flashback for you in the 1978 AL East tiebreaker. That's what I was talking about. Bucky Dent. Sorry, it was the AL East tiebreaker. That's what it was. Not a playoff game. Well, but essentially a playoff game. The Yankees won it 5-4. Bucky Dent, the hero for the New York Yankees against all odds. 2-2 to Rizzo. Curveball fouled off. Two on the way. Thanks everyone for being a part of tonight's broadcast. Opening night of the 2021 MLB postseason. It should be a fun month ahead. October always delivers in the MLB postseason. Back to the usual format of the playoffs after last year's weird season with the expanded playoffs. Another foul ball by Rizzo. Last year, of course, due to COVID, it was just a 60-game regular season. And then in the postseason, they experimented with a 16-team playoff field. So rather than 5 from each league getting into the playoffs, 8 from each team got into the playoffs. And rather than a wild card game in each league, you had 4 wild card series that were best of 3 series. Another foul ball by Rizzo, that time a 98-mile-an-hour fastball delivered by Eovaldi. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. I believe the longest tonight. How about another foul ball? Rizzo doing everything he can to make contact and succeeding. This plate appearance not over just yet. The 38th pitch of the night coming up from Nate Eovaldi. He got him with a fastball. Swing and a miss from Anthony Rizzo. Strikeout number 4 for Nathan Eovaldi. 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. Well, what a fastball that was. Actually, 99 miles an hour. That one whizzed by the plate in a hurry. Rizzo extended the at-bat as long as he could, but in the end goes down swinging. Here's Aaron Judge, tacks the first pitch. This ball traveling back to center and right in front of the track. Kike Hernandez is there to retire the side. The top of the order, 2 up for Boston. It's the middle of the 3rd in the American League wild card game. Thank you, Travis, for tuning in. Much appreciated, man. And yeah, huge inning indeed. It's a big one at Fenway Park. 2-0 the score. The Red Sox up at bat right after this quick break. Welcome back, everybody. A reminder that Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the big one, the World Heavyweight Championship, Fury versus Wilder 3. That should be worth your money. No, maybe not. I'm not paying for that pay-per-view, but hey, thought I'd throw it out there. Wilder Fury should be a good fight. And meanwhile, back on the diamond, we go to the bottom of the third. First pitch of the inning swung on and missed by Kyle Schwarber. As mentioned, we're back to the top of Boston's order. Schwarber 0 for 1 tonight. That's a foul ball, 0-2. Schwarber certainly a big acquisition at the deadline by the Boston Red Sox. Has made a big impact offensively. Cole delivers outside, 1-2. Look at the highest OPS for players traded in July. Schwarber leading the league with a 957 OPS. Javier Baez trailing him. And then Jorge Soler, Starling Marte, and Adam Duvall rounding out the top 5 list. And this ball's blasted to deep right field. That is a no-doubter. It is gone. Kyle Schwarber with a solo home run. The second of the game for the Red Sox, and the lead extended 3-0. Boston in front. 435 feet, 110 miles an hour off the bat, and that was a no-doubter to right field. Absolutely smoked. I was talking about how important Schwarber has been to this Red Sox team since being acquired in July. And he proved why just there. Garrett Cole shaken up. Second home run allowed, and only in the third inning. Here's a grounder to the left side by Hernandez. Will the throw be made? No. Cole will not make the throw. And that's a nice base hit on the first pitch by Kike Hernandez. And Fenway Park is jumping right now. That pitch was actually a bit high at 97 miles an hour, and Schwarber knew it as well. Right after it left the bat, there was no doubt where that ball was ending up. Beyond the Yankee dugout and into the stands. An emphatic celebration for Schwarber as he rounded the bases. Now it's Devers with Hernandez on first. Foul ball on the first pitch. And if you're a Yankee fan, certainly a concerning start for Garrett Cole. Devers was walked on his first at-bat, scored in a run as Bogarts hit that home run after he reached base. Now the 0-1. First a check on first. Hernandez back on the bag. Now the 0-1 from Garrett Cole. Slider down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Red Sox in command with a 3-0 lead in this American League wildcard game. Still a long way to go, however. It's actually a curveball on that last pitch. Change up on the first one. The 1-1. Fastball out way outside. And it's Devers once more with the edge in the count. Bit of a concerned look on the face of Aaron Boone, manager of the Yankees. Clay Holden getting loose for New York. The bullpen already active. Not a sight that Yankee fans wanted to see this early in the ballgame with their ace on the mound. 2-1 to Devers, and that's a nice curveball in there for strike two. Garrett Cole in his career at Fenway Park, 7 starts, a 1-4 record, a 5.21 ERA, 7 home runs. So Fenway Park, not his favorite place to pitch. And we're seeing why tonight. Up high, the count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and you would expect Hernandez to be running here with the count full. No outs. Bottom of the third, the Red Sox looking to add on to the 1 run they already have this inning. Ball 4. Outside from Cole, and it's 2 men on base for the Boston Red Sox. Still no outs. And up comes the man who hit a home run in the first inning, Xander Bogaerts. He really set the tone. Xander Bogaerts. And how about Devers, meanwhile, drawing 2 walks already. Bogaerts' home run to center field, just epic to get this game started. And wow, Garrett Cole is coming out of this game. Quick to pull the trigger was Aaron Boone. 2+ innings is all that Garrett Cole does here tonight. A short-lived wild card start on a disappointing outing for the Yankees ace. As ESPN was showing the replay of the Bogaerts home run, Garrett Cole was met at the mound by Aaron Boone. Alex Cora is fired up. Fenway Park is rocking and rolling. The New York Yankees already heading to the bullpen. 3-0 Red Sox lead, and they're threatening with 2 men on base and no outs. Welcome back, everybody. So Garrett Cole out of this game. He only lasts 2+ innings, allowing 4 hits, 3 runs. And he's responsible for both runners on base. In comes Clay Holmes. I think I said Holden earlier by mistake. Clay Holmes this season with Pittsburgh and New York, 69 games, a 3.60 ERA in 70 innings. And let's see what he can do in relief. The Yankees going to the bullpen much earlier than I think any of us expected them to. But here we are. Bogart's at the plate. He hit a home run first time up. And he takes a strike on the first pitch from Holmes. What a wretched night for Garrett Cole. That lasts just over 2 innings, and that's it. The Red Sox have the Yankees just where they want them. 0-1. Swung on and missed. Nice slider. 0-2 the count. Yankees still seeking the first out of the third inning. Oh, 2. That was a wild pitch, blocked by Higashioka. It's Hernandez on second, Devers on first, Bogart's at the plate. No outs in the bottom of the third, and the Red Sox have a 3-0 lead over the Yankees in the AL wildcard game. Now the 1-2. Check swing. He went. First base umpire making the call. And so down goes Bogarts. That's a big first out of the inning for New York. It was definitely close. Well, I guess he went around, so Alex Verdugo will now step into the box. Verdugo 0 for 1. Was involved in that Mookie Betts trade coming over from the Dodgers, and he's been a solid player, hasn't he, for the Red Sox? 1-0 the count. First pitch in the dirt from Cole. This ball hit sharply on the ground. A chance for a double play. And indeed it is. Urshela to Torres. Torres to Rizzo. And the side is retired. That's the end of the third. But the Red Sox tack on another run. A home run by Kyle Schwarber has the Red Sox up 3-0. And the biggest story of the game thus far, Garrett Cole out of the game, only going 2+ innings. Clay Holmes solid in relief to end the third inning. The fourth inning next wild card game from Fenway Park continues. Stay tuned. It would help if I unmuted my mic, wouldn't it? 3-0 Red Sox lead. We are in the top of the fourth, and the first pitch of the inning, high from Nate Eovaldi as he faces Joey Gallo. Nope. I beg your pardon. That's Giancarlo Stanton. Yes, it is. It is Stanton. Gallo will be up next. There's strike one to even the count up. The Yankees offense at some point will have to get going. Trailing by 3. And what a beautiful curveball that is. Outside corner. 1-2. Still a long way to go in this game, but the Red Sox certainly have got off to the start they were looking for. And that swung on and missed. Strike 3 on the fastball. 5th of the night for Eovaldi. He's not missing a beat. 99, top of the zone, 1 away. And now it'll be Joey Gallo at the plate for the Yankees. But yeah, Eovaldi really picking up right from where he left off in the last inning. And there's that curveball of his again. Swung on and missed by Gallo. He struck out in his first plate appearance. Oh, 1. Just inside. That ball sent foul by Gallo into the stands at Fenway Park. Sold out crowd, of course. Fenway Park, such a great ballpark. I actually have a friend who's at this game, and boy, am I jealous. 1-2 in the dirt. It's a dugout for New York that looks quite concerned at the moment. That's rope foul to the right side by Joey Gallo. And Eovaldi will try again for the punch out. This is a line drive to center field, and under it is Kike Hernandez for the easy second out. Two away, and Eovaldi in pursuit of a 1-2-3 inning now. And look at that, Charlie Coyle and Charlie McAvoy both in attendance for this one. Of course, two of the leaders for the Boston Bruins. And speaking of the NHL, the season gets underway with opening night a week from tonight. Next Tuesday, it'll be a doubleheader. Lightning Penguins at 7:30 Eastern Time, and then at 10:15, the Golden Knights take on the Seattle Kraken. It'll be the Kraken's first ever regular season game as a franchise. Quick 0-2 count on Gleyber Torres. Here's the 0-2. Pop foul, unplayable for Plawecki. 52 pitches so far tonight for Nathan Eovaldi. The fans are into it, and that's an understatement. 0-2. Hit to center field, and once again, it's Kike Hernandez there for the out. The Red Sox are cruising Nate Eovaldi with a 1-2-3 inning. A smooth start to this game. 4 innings in the books for Eovaldi. He's cruising. Middle of the fourth, 3-0 Red Sox. To the bottom of the fourth, Red Sox leading by 3-0 at Fenway Park. Thanks everyone for stopping in tonight. Much appreciated as always, and I always enjoy covering the MLB postseason, especially when my team is in it. This year, the Red Sox, of course, are in the playoffs. And so far, so good. 5 strikeouts for Eovaldi through a comfortable 4 innings. Meanwhile, it's Holmes out there in relief for Garrett Cole. Cole only went 2+ innings. That was it. A rough outing for the Yankees ace. So off we go in the bottom of the fourth. Hunter Renfroe leading things off. He takes a first pitch strike. Renfroe, the 6th hitter in Boston's lineup. And that's ball 1. Borderline pitch at 98 miles an hour. One. That's outside, ball 2. Well, to Holmes' credit, he came out of the bullpen and did well to get out of a jam. The Yankees bullpen once again active. Wandy Peralta, the lefty, and Luis Severino, the righty, both getting loose. It's now a 3-1 count to Renfroe. That's a grounder to the gap. A roller to right center field, and a base hit for Hunter Renfroe. He took it the other way. No one was even close to that ball for the Yankees. And the leadoff hitter this inning on base for the Red Sox. Great piece of base hitting from the former Tampa Bay Ray, Kevin Plawecki. Will now step up. He hit a double, remember, first time up. Checking on first will be Holmes. It was an impressive double from Plawecki when he first made a plate appearance back in the second inning. That's in there for a strike outside part of the plate, 98 miles an hour. Oh and 1. That's low and outside. Even count at 1 and 1. Peralta and Severino continuing to warm up. That's a 2-hopper. Play to second, and the throw to first is there for a double play. Nice work as Torres read the bounce nicely and found Velasquez at second, who then slung it over to Rizzo. And so a crucial double play there for the Yankees because it looked like maybe the Red Sox had something going again on offense. But instead, that play clears the bases, and they're now 1 out away from ending the fourth. This will be Bobby Dahlbeck. 0 for 1, struck out in his first at-bat. Take strike 1 on the inside corner. In the last 100 batted balls of 200 feet or less for Dahlbeck, he's gone to the left side 67% of the time. A fly ball to right as I say that, and along the foul line, Judge makes the catch. End of the fourth at Fenway. The lead remains 3-0 Boston. Fifth inning next in the AL wildcard game. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. We go to the fifth in the American League wild card game. Eovaldi, very impressive up until this point. And he'll try to make it 5 solid innings as he'll face Brett Gardner. Glad to have your company on this Tuesday night, opening game of the MLB postseason 2021. And here we go. First pitch to Gardner on the way to open up the fifth. And a beautiful curveball for strike one. Gardner struck out first time at bat. Now the 0-1 from Eovaldi. Oh, that's a ball. Looked like a strike to me on the inside corner. But unlucky there for Nate Eovaldi. In the dirt this time. It's 2-1. 56 pitches on the night now for Eovaldi. Rivalry matchup, Yankees Red Sox. After a grueling 162 game season, it all comes down to this one game. Loser goes home, winner to the ALDS where the Rays await. That's just a tick high. 3 balls and a strike. And there's strike 2. Perfect placement on that pitch. Count is full. He struck him out. Swing and a miss. 6th strikeout of the night, and Eovaldi is not showing any signs of slowing down, is he? Gardner, for the second time, strikes out and is a victim of Nathan Eovaldi's 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour. 1 away, and that'll bring up Gio Urshela, bottom of the order for the Yankees. Curveball swung on, hit to left field, closing in is Verdugo, and that's out number 2. "60 pitches for Eovaldi, and boy, is he in the zone right now." Next up, Kyle Higashioka. 9 of 16 batters, by the way, for the Yankees have swung at the first pitch. That's an interesting stat right there. Low and outside is the first pitch. With 6 strikeouts, that's a postseason career high for Nathan Eovaldi, by the way. A ball and no strikes now to Higashioka. It's fouled off. 1-1. Aaron Boone with decisions to make here in the ensuing innings. A stressed look on the face of the Yankees manager. Ball and a strike. Curveball. The dribbler. That'll go foul. 1-2. A chance to end the inning here for Nathan Eovaldi. The crowd at Fenway Park making some noise. Here comes the 1-2. Strike three. He got him swinging. Nathan Eovaldi is rolling. 5 impressive shutout innings. And the Red Sox maintain a 3-0 lead. Eovaldi, a reason to cheer for this Red Sox crowd. Middle of the fifth, we're at the midway point of the wild card game. Red Sox by 3 runs. Five scoreless innings for Nate Eovaldi. Meanwhile, the Yankees have had a much more bumpy night when it comes to their pitching. Garrett Cole only went 2+ innings. Holmes then went 2 innings. Luis Severino out there now for the 5th, and his first pitch is a ball down low. So we'll see what Severino can do out of the bullpen facing Christian Arroyo. He struck out first time at bat. Another one in the dirt from Severino, 2-0. Bottom of the 5th inning, the AL wildcard game. There's a strike on the outside corner, I should say. 2-1. That ball ripped to second off the bounce. The play made by Gleyber Torres for out number 1. That was 108 miles an hour off the bat. Torres did well. Not an easy play by any means, even though it might have looked like it. So now up will be Kyle Schwarber. We're back to the top of the order. Third time we see this Red Sox lineup, and boy, did Schwarber deliver in his last plate appearance, a solo home run in inning number 3. That'll be a called strike, bottom of the zone, 1-1. And another called strike, although that didn't look like one, did it? Looked outside to me. Schwarber shaking his head in disapproval of the strike call. Ball and 2 strikes. What's up, Karam? Welcome in, man. How you doing? That will be a ball down low. 2-2. Cowboys released Jalen Smith. Oh, really? I didn't even hear about that. Okay. Count is even to Kyle Schwarber. And that's a ball. A lot of close calls. And now a full count. A deep breath for Kyle Schwarber. That pitch hit down the line. A grounder handled by Rizzo. And he'll step on first for out number 2. Yeah, that is a bit shocking, Karam. It is. It is. Kyle Schwarber, by the way, has experience in wild card games against Garrett Cole. In the 2015 NL wild card game, guess what? He hit a home run against Garrett Cole when Schwarber was on the Cubs and Cole was on the Pirates. And so a bit of a flashback there. A bad one for Garrett Cole, a good one for Schwarber. Now here is Kike Hernandez, the number 2 hitter in the lineup. Fouled off the first pitch, 0-1. That ball chopped foul on the ground to the left side. No balls, 2 strikes. Chance to end the inning here for Severino. Hernandez, 1 for 2. He singled earlier in this game. The 0-2 hit high into the air, and Aaron Judge there for the out. End of the 5th inning. It'll be Velasquez up at bat, and then back to the top of New York's order as we roll on to the 6th inning. 3-0 Boston leads this AL wildcard game. It's a rivalry game in the 2021 American League Wild Card game. Top of the sixth inning now. Garrett Cole gets paid the big bucks to deliver in games like these, and, well, it didn't go to plan, did it, for he and the Yankees? Cole only went 2+ innings. Meanwhile, Eovaldi on the other side has been superb. The Yankees not able to hit off of him for the most part, and Eovaldi will try to keep it going here in the sixth as long as possible. He's been nasty Nate, hasn't he? And so leading off for New York this inning, will be pinch hitter, I should say, Rougned Odor. Odor, first substitute in this game. Ready for the 0-1. Heavy swing and a miss. A 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Eovaldi. This season, Odor in 102 games, batting .202, 15 home runs, 39 RBI. Eovaldi, by the way, has retired 10 consecutive batters. Looking to make it 11 here. No balls, 2 strikes. How about a 3-pitch strikeout? There it is from Nathan Eovaldi. His 8th K of the night. Odor comes in as a pinch hitter, but it doesn't change anything. Same old story. The Yankees just have no answers for Eovaldi. One out. Base is empty for New York, as they have been for a while now. This will be Anthony Rizzo. Swings of the first pitch. This is heading towards the right corner, and that ball is gone. It's a home run for Anthony Rizzo to the shallowest part of the park. And after 11 straight batters were retired by Eovaldi, it's really a home run out of nowhere. 105 miles an hour off the bat, and that ball actually traveled 408 feet. Hit to sharp right field. And going past the better part of the foul pole for the Yankees case. Yeah, that was smoked, and Rizzo just hoping it stayed fair. It did. And is that home run what sparks New York here? 3-1 now to score. The Yankees on the board. Here comes Aaron Judge with 1 out. Eovaldi bounces back with a first pitch strike, but Anthony Rizzo, the number 1 hitter in this lineup, with a huge home run. That's a swing and a miss from Judge. A quick 0-2 count. This is a dribbler. Bogarts is there. The throw, not in time. Judge beat him out. And now a little bit of momentum on the side of the Yankees, perhaps. Aaron Judge absolutely went into another gear, running down the first base line. And yep, he got there in time. Dahlbeck stretching out to try to make the play. Couldn't do so. And Alex Cora is out to the mound. Will this be it for Eovaldi? Ryan Brazier warming up in the pen. And indeed, Eovaldi's night comes to an end. 5 1/3 innings pitched. He gets a big ovation from the crowd at Fenway Park. It was great through the first 5. And a bit of a shaky start to the 6th is enough to pull him out. Ryan Brazier will come out of the bullpen next for the Red Sox. Nate Eovaldi was terrific tonight. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run. No walks, 8 strikeouts, 71 pitches. He is responsible for the runner on first, who is Aaron Judge. So that is it for Eovaldi. We now head to the bullpen. Ryan Brazier on the bump. 13 games this season, a 1.50 ERA in 12 innings, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks. See how he does here in relief. First batter faced is Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton, who nearly had that home run in the first inning. Remember, it was high off the green monster. Ended up being just a single. 1-0. Swing and a miss. There's a fastball from Brazier. A 1-1 count now. Top of the 6th inning. Here on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Just misses outside. Hitters count 2-1. Stanton 1 for 2. He singled, as mentioned, back in the first inning. Still a long way to go in this game. A 2-run Boston lead. And Plawecki calling for time behind the plate. Stanton, in his career at Fenway Park, has done pretty well. 389 batting average, 6 home runs, 22 RBI. And this ball smoked to left center field. That's back off the monster. Fielded by Hernandez in center, and Judge is rounding third. He's coming home at the plate. He is out. What a dime to home plate. And Fenway Park erupts in jubilation. Kike Hernandez with a perfect throw. Beat out Judge by quite a bit. Once again, Stanton just smoking a ball to left field off the top of the monster. Hernandez into Arroyo, and then Arroyo with the perfect throw. And Plawecki applying the tag to the chest of Judge. 2 outs, and what a big out that is. Looking at the replay, the tag clearly applied in time, and what a big-time play. Sorry, it was Bogarts with the throw to home plate after Hernandez fielded that ball off the monster. Wow. It is a double for Stanton, but my goodness, it was this close to an RBI and perhaps even closer to a 2-run home run to tie this game up. And so 2 away. Stanton standing on second, and the Yankees were marginally close to tying this ball game up. And so with a runner on second, now here comes Joey Gallo, but that second out just huge. First pitch fouled off, strike 1. Gallo 0 for 2. But yeah, Kike Hernandez played that perfectly off the green monster wall. This is a high fly ball into the right field corner, and that'll go foul into the stands. 0-2. Brazier can end the inning right here. That play just looks better and better the more you watch the replay. You can't blame the Yankees for sending Judge home there. You can't. I mean, I don't think you can anyways. Because I thought he had a chance, but just phenomenal defense from the Boston Red Sox. And that's why home field advantage is huge in this wild card game. That's up high for ball one. Yeah, but the more I look at the replay now, maybe Judge should have been held up because if they had played it safe, it would have been second and third for the Yankees with one out. I don't know. The more I think about it, maybe he should have been held up as this is fly ball. Backing up to make the play is Rafael Devers. A huge defensive play by the Boston Red Sox to get Judge out at the plate. Keep this game at a 3-1 scoreline. The Red Sox lead is maintained, the 2-run lead that is. Middle of the sixth, we've got one heck of a game. It was a home run from Rizzo that got New York on the board. Bottom of the sixth is on the other side. So we head to the bottom of the sixth. Defensive changes for New York. Gio Urshela is now the shortstop. Rougned Odor heading over to third base. And so Velasquez coming out of the game for the Yankees. Rafael Devers has been walked both times at the plate so far. Scored in a run in the opening inning. 3-1 Red Sox in front, and Severino out there for another inning of work. Devers 0 for 12 in his career against Severino, striking out 5 times. That's low. It's now a 3-1 count. The Yankees bullpen once again active. Jonathan Loisiga is warming up. Loisaga, I should say, as that's hit into the air. Foul ball by Devers. That'll make it a full count. The winner of this one faces the Tampa Bay Rays in the ALDS starting Thursday. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Devers. In the dirt. Now it's a full count, I should say. Big pitch on the way from Luis Severino. Foul ball. Devers stays alive. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Rafael Devers has just been phenomenal, particularly in this final stretch of the regular season. Trying to carry that good form into the postseason. And he'll go down swinging here. Strike 3 from Severino. 1 away. And up next will be Xander Bogaerts. Well, back in the first inning, it was Xander Bogaerts with a 2-run home run to open the scoring. Well hit ball to center field to really set the tone. And then in this inning, it was Xander Bogaerts with a perfect throw from second to home to allow Plawecki to make the tag on Judge for the out. So Bogaerts, in all aspects, having a good night so far. Low pitch for a ball. Bottom 6, 1 out, no men on base for the Red Sox. That's outside, 2-0. Bogaerts in his career against Severino, just 2 for 24 with 6 strikeouts. That's low. 3 pitches, 3 balls so far from Severino. He's looking to change that here. Certainly a hitter's count for Xander Bogaerts. Ball 4 inside. 4-pitch walk. Bogaerts reaching base. And up comes Alex Verdugo in the middle of Boston's lineup. The MLB playoffs just getting started. The other wild card game tomorrow night, and then the divisional series in the AL gets underway Thursday and the NL on Friday. Those will be best of 5 series, remember. Verdugo 0 for 2 thus far, trying to get on base for the first time tonight. The left fielder for Boston steps into the batter's box with Bogaerts at first. Throw over to first from Severino. And now a mound visit as Aaron Boone just comes out to have a word with Severino. That draws some boos from the crowd at Fenway Park. Boston has been a bit underwhelming with runners on base, 1 for 6, despite having the 3-1 lead. First pitch to Verdugo, low. One and 0. Severino deals, and there's a strike outside part of the plate. Bogarts perhaps thinking about a steal. Is a pretty nifty lead at first. That's a ball. Borderline pitch there. Verdugo held up, 2-1. And that ball is a line to right field. That's going to be fair. Bouncing at the wall and rounding second is Bogarts. He's coming home, and he is safe at the plate. An RBI double for Alex Verdugo. Xander Bogaerts scoring from first, and the Red Sox are up by 3 again. And out comes Aaron Boone. It looks like that'll be it for Luis Severino. He'll be pulled, and just like that, the momentum is back on Boston's side. A pitching change coming up. Alex Verdugo on his first hit of the night sends one to the right corner. Hit it on a line, and that ball was just barely fair. Well, actually, it was fair by quite a bit, but nonetheless, right into that right corner. Fielded by Aaron Judge, and Bogarts just got on his horse, crossed home without needing to slide. I'll be right back. A pitching change on the way for New York. 4-1. Boston lead by 3 again. Well, we go deeper into the Yankee bullpen. Jonathan Loizaga into the game, 57 games this season, 2.17 ERA. A runner on second and just one away, Hunter Renfroe. First batter to face the fourth pitcher of the game for the Yankees. Renfroe 1 for 2 with a single. Red Sox leading 4-1 after Verdugo's RBI double. And that's a ball. Those pitches on the outside bottom corner have typically been called a ball by the home plate umpire tonight. It's now 2-0. That's low for ball 3. 3-0 is the count as the Red Sox try to add on to the lead here in the 6th inning. One of New York's strong suits is supposed to be their bullpen anyways. Three balls, no strikes. And there is a strike. That time, the pitch on the bottom outside corner was called a strike, 3-1. Renfroe is trying to convince the umpire otherwise. He was ready to walk his way over to first. Not quite just yet. Now the 3-1, and that is ball 4. First and second base now occupied. It has Renfroe on first, Verdugo on second. And Aaron Boone is out to have a word with Loizaga. Remember, when a pitcher comes in, they have to stay in for at least 3 batters. They have to face at least 3 batters. That's the rule. That was only changed recently, a few years ago. Next up will be Kevin Plawecki, the catcher. Crowd at Fenway Park very lively for this playoff matchup in a winner-take-all game. The loser will have their season come to an end just like that. After both of these teams recorded 92 wins in the regular season. Plawecki this season, well, no, it's not Plawecki. I beg your pardon. It's pinch hitter Travis Shaw. So scratch what I was saying. Shaw comes into the game. He was another trade deadline acquisition from the Milwaukee Brewers. Shaw reuniting with Boston. He had a previous stint with the Red Sox, and he's actually done pretty solid since coming over from the Brewers in July. First pitch taken is a strike. Now the 0-1 pitch for Travis Shaw. That's below the zone, 1-1. Tense moments here in the wild card game. Yankees trailing by 3. And the Red Sox could make that worse for New York. They have 2 runners on, 1 out. 1-1 the count to Shaw. He didn't go. That's up high, 2-1. The Red Sox, after having an atrocious season last year, back in the playoffs. Swing and a miss there on the fastball. 2-2. On deck, Bobby Dahlbeck. He's yet to record a hit. Deep breath from the Yankees pitcher, Loaizaga. And there's a strikeout. A big one for the relief pitcher. Shaw goes down swinging, and it's an important second out for the Yankees. A 98-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball for the punch-out. Two away, still runners on first and second. Here comes Bobby Dahlbeck, 0 for 2, struck out in his last plate appearance. Or rather, that strikeout was his first plate appearance in the second inning, I should say. First pitch taken outside. One and 0. Loaizaga trying to put an end to the inning here. Swing and a miss there on the low fastball. The crowd certainly on the edge of their seats. The 1-1 coming up for Dahlbeck. That's another ball. Just low. 2-1. Two outs, two runners on. That's chopped foul to the left side. Count now even. Loaizaga can end the inning on this pitch. Easier said than done, of course. And now time called to just add to the suspense. Here it comes. Fastball swung on and missed. So Loaizaga ends the inning strong with back-to-back strikeouts. However, an RBI double to the right field corner from Alex Verdugo sent in Xander Bogaerts. The Red Sox up by 3 again. It's 4-1. 2/3 through this wild card game. The end of the 6th, the 7th inning on the way. A catching change made by the Red Sox as we head to the seventh. Christian Vasquez now in for Kevin Plawecki as Tanner Houck will be the third pitcher of the night for Boston. 18 games this season, a 3.52 ERA in 69 innings, 87 strikeouts, 21 walks, and a 1.13 whip. Looks like a water bottle was thrown onto the field by a knucklehead fan, so that's the distraction before we get the seventh inning started. Now we're ready to go. Tanner Houck, a young yet reliable pitcher for the most part. He faces Gleyber Torres to get the seventh inning started. And there's a strike outside corner. Torres 0 for 2. Sooner rather than later, the Yankees will have to come alive offensively speaking. That's way outside, 1-1. Now the count. Despite the Red Sox just barely winning the season series 10-9, the Yankees coming into tonight had won the last 6 meetings, including a sweep just over a week ago here at Fenway. Foul ball 1-2. High for ball 2. The count now even. That was a fastball from Houck. After Torres, it'll be Brett Gardner. By the way, there hasn't been a single walk this game by the Red Sox pitching staff. Don't want to jinx it as this ball is a blooper to center. Hernandez there for the out. 1 away in the 7th. Chilly night in Boston, as is typical in October. In the low 50s. Perfect October postseason baseball weather, if you ask me. So 1 gone. Here comes Gardner. Two strikeouts for him tonight. Looking to get on base for the first time. Something special needs to happen for the New York offense because right now it's a very quiet dugout as they trail by 3. Down to their final 8 outs now. Gardner takes a strike. In his career against Houck, 0 for 7 with a strikeout. So hasn't had success. Yes, it's a bit of a small sample size, but nonetheless hasn't had any success against Houck up to this point in his career. Now the 0-1 arrives. Foul ball. The Yankees, when LeMahieu starts since 2019, a 203-133 record. When he doesn't start, just 25-23. The runs per game go down from 5.2 to 4.5. The batting average goes from 255 to 229. LeMahieu out with an injury, and the impact of him being absent can't be understated. He is a big loss for this team, and the stats will tell you just that. As the 0-2 swung on and missed. A high fastball, and down goes Gardner. That's strikeout number 1 for Tanner Houck in his first inning of work. 2 up, 2 down. And now Houck has a chance at a 1-2-3 inning. He'll now face Gio Urshela. So we go to the bottom of the New York order. So with 2 gone, we'll see what Urshela can do. Nobody on base. And that's a nice curveball to get the at-bat started. Urshela did single earlier. He's 1 for 2. An 0-1 count to the shortstop. Outside to even the count. There's a swing and a miss. That fastball of Tanner Houck is working here in the 7th. Ball and 2 strikes, and just about every fan on their feet at Fenway Park. A 1-2-3 inning is what Houck's on the verge of. We'll have to wait at least another pitch. Fastball high, 2-2. Two-two. Battled off. Foul ball. Keeps Urshela alive. These fans waiting to go crazy. They want to see a Houck strikeout. Will he deliver? No, not quite. Curveball fouled back. Credit to Urshela. He's putting up a good fight here. Red Sox bullpen active. Both Hansel Robles and Josh Taylor getting loose. Taylor the lefty, Robles the righty. Keep an eye on that action. Meanwhile, the 2-2 coming. He got him. Strike 3 and a 1-2-3 inning for Tanner Houck. It's been a fantastic 7 innings from the Boston pitching staff. And it's 4-1 Red Sox lead. A 7th inning stretch. I'll stretch out myself. But stick around. The bottom of the 7th is next in this AL wildcard matchup. We go to the bottom half of the seventh inning, 4-1, Red Sox by 3. A reminder that the 2021 MLB postseason is just getting started. Tomorrow night, it's the NL wildcard game between the Cardinals and Dodgers at 8 Eastern Time. Then on Thursday, a pair of game ones in the ALDS. White Sox, Astros at 4, and then the winner of this one against the Rays at 8. Swing and a miss from Christian Arroyo for strike 1. He's 0 for 2, struck out last time up. Red Sox leading by 3 runs. Outside for ball 1. Loaizaga out there for another inning of work. Or at least that's the plan for the Yankees. The NL wildcard game tomorrow should be interesting. The Dodgers, with the second best record in the league, with 106 wins, have to play in a win-or-go-home game. Kind of crazy. That's a grounder to Odor. Throw to first for the out. The Tampa Bay Rays with an 162 record, the best record in franchise history, averaging 5.3 runs a game, ranking second in the league, a 3.67 ERA, which leads the league. And, well, Brandon Lau, their home run leader with 39, but they have a lot of guys who can hit the deep ball. How about Wander Franco? The rookie has reached base safely in 43 straight games. He has been lighting it up. The Rays finished 8 games ahead of both the Red Sox and Yankees in the final AL East standings. And the reason I bring them up is because they await the winner of this game. Kyle Schwarber now at the plate. Hit that solo home run. That's his lone hit in 3 at-bats. 0-1 now the count. 1 away. Bases empty. Ball 1 just low. But we are back to the top of Boston's order. 4th time through now. Loaizaga taking all the time he needs between pitches. That ball gets away. 2-1. Fortunately for the New York Yankees, there was no one on base there for the Red Sox. Rolling things back to the first inning, it was Kyle Schwarber who hit a pop out. But then second time up in the third inning, he would smoke a ball to right field, hitting a home run off Garrett Cole for the second time in a wild card game. He did so in the NL wild card game back in 2015, almost 6 years ago to the day, when Schwarber was on the Cubs and Cole was on the Pirates. Now 3 balls and a strike. And that's low and inside. Ball 4 it is from Loaizaga. Kyle Schwarber will take first with 1 out. Kike Hernandez up next. With a 3-run lead, any more runs for Boston would be serious trouble for New York. Kike Hernandez, 1 for 3, singled earlier. That single came back in the third inning. Takes ball one. What a great crowd on hand tonight. Nothing unexpected in that aspect. We knew it was going to be an electric atmosphere for another chapter of this great rivalry. The 1-0 is outside. It's 2-0, and now there'll be a mound visit. Loizaga not necessarily finding any rhythm. 15 balls, 10 strikes, and 25 pitches. Not the type of numbers you want to be putting up. Once again, New York's bullpen active. Chad Green getting loose. Excuse the yawn. I kind of wish this game started at 7 instead of 8, but nothing under my control. The scheduling. 2-0 to Kike. He watches ball 3. 7 straight balls thrown by Loizaga. What's up, Vaughn? How you doing? Welcome into the stream. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, no one's chatted for like an hour. That's all right. Yeah, it's I don't know why not a lot of people have been tuning into to tonight's stream. I guess it's just the algorithm on YouTube. But no worries at all. I appreciate you tuning in, Vaughn, as the 3-0's coming, and that's a 4-pitch walk. 8 consecutive balls thrown by Loizaga, and 2 runners on base for the Red Sox. And that just might be it for Loizaga. Aaron Boone coming out to the mound and signaling for Chad Green to come into this game. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. The Red Sox threatening with 2 runners on base. They have a 4-1 lead in this AL wildcard game. I'll be back after this pitching change. Don't go anywhere. Action continues in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Pitching change made. Chad Green is in. This season, he's pitched in 67 games with a 3.12 ERA and 83 and 2/3 innings, 99 strikeouts, 17 walks, a .88 whip. And he's being put into a bit of a tough situation. Runners on first and second for Boston, one out. And Rafael Devers is ready to go at the plate for Boston. Devers in his career against Green is 3 for 14 with 7 strikeouts. He's been walked twice. Scored a run in the first inning. And he fouls off the first pitch. Dangerous situation here for the Yankees, as they'll try to get out of this jam without allowing any runs. 194 extra base hits for Devers since the start of 2019. That's the most in the MLB. Youngest player in Red Sox history with 35 plus home runs and 35 plus doubles in a single season. Still so young, but arguably one of the best players in Major League Baseball. The 0-1 coming to Devers. And this is struck well to center field. Backing up is Gardner. He'll make the catch at the track. And the runners stay put at first and second. So 2 away. It was a threatening hit, but Gardner able to make the play in the deepest part of the park. That was hit towards the triangle on a 96-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. Had potential, but in the end, just a fly out. Xander Bogaerts up next with 2 away in the 7th. Thanks, everybody, for your company. Bogaerts had a home run all the way in the first inning, a 2-run shot to open the scoring. First pitch to him is in the dirt from Green, blocked by Higashioka. Bogaerts in his career against Green, 2 for 12, struck out 3 times. It's a 1-0 count. Green locked in, trying to end the inning here. Any more runs for the Red Sox, and it's real trouble for the Yankees. That's up high, ball 2. Green going with the fastball that time. An antsy crowd on hand at Fenway Park. Got their money's worth thus far, but still some time left. 2-0. Inside, it's 3 balls on 3 pitches from Chad Green, And now Bogaerts can really be patient here. .30 pitch coming up. Four-pitch walk it is. Bogaerts didn't have to do anything there, as Chad Green loads up the bases for Boston. With 2 outs in the bottom half of the 7th. And this will ring up Alex Verdugo. Another trip to the mound for Aaron Boone. Doesn't look like Green's coming out, but just a quick conversation. Do I like seeing people's faces? Yeah, I would I would prefer seeing people's faces rather than just, hearing them and, communicating with them through text or something. Yeah. If that's what you mean. Well, no matter how the rest of this game plays out, as long as the Red Sox are able to hold on for the win, that big play in the sixth inning from the Red Sox defense to get Judge out at the plate was just crucial. Absolutely big time. Verdugo takes strike one. In his career with the bases loaded, Verdugo 9 for 27, 25 RBI, not too shabby at all. And he's in such a situation here. The 0-1 on the way from Green. That ball's hit into left field. Dropping down for a base hit. One run's in to score. A second run coming home. The tag at second is there for the out. But Verdugo drives in a couple. 6-1. The Boston Red Sox have their largest lead of the night. End of the seventh at Fenway. Their biggest lead of the night, and Verdugo's come up big on his last two at-bats. A leaping Urshela couldn't make the play. 6-1, the Red Sox are 2 innings away from a spot in the ALDS and a win over their rivals, the New York Yankees. Biggest lead of the ball game for the Boston Red Sox as we go to the 8th inning at Fenway Park, getting into the late hours of Tuesday night, just past 11 p.m. in Boston. And the Yankees will need the bats to truly come alive now, down to their final 6 outs of perhaps the season. Hansel Robles replacing Houka on the mound this season with Minnesota and Boston. 72 games, a 4.43 ERA in 69 innings with 76 strikeouts, 37 walks, and a 1.38 whip. Leading things off for New York will be pinch hitter Gary Sanchez. Sanchez, the usual starting catcher, but it was Higashioka who got the start tonight. So he comes in as a pinch hitter, Sanchez, 23 home runs. He swings at the first pitch. Hernandez shifts to his left and makes the play. One pitch, one out to get the eighth inning started. Just 3 times in the Yankees' history have they come back from a 5-run deficit in a playoff game. Rougned Odor at the plate, struck out first time up. Came in as a pinch hitter a couple innings ago. And that's a strike right in the bullseye. 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Robles. 0-1 count. And that's taken just outside, 1-1. As mentioned, Robles started the season with the Twins. Another player picked up at the trade deadline by the Red Sox. How about the contrast? The Yankees pitchers, 7 strikeouts, 7 walks. Meanwhile, the Red Sox pitching staff, 10 strikeouts, not a single walk thus far through 7 plus innings, 7 in the third now. It's a 2-1 count to Rougned Odor. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That evens the count. Yeah, I know, Vaughn. I know. It's crazy how the NHL season starts a week from today. Yep. I'm pumped up as well. Looking forward to hopefully a successful Bruins season, although they seem to always let me down in the playoffs. But hey, I'm hopeful that they can have a good season again. Even though they disappoint me year after year, I feel like. That's fouled back by Odor. The top of the order for the Yankees has gone 4 for 9 with a home run, but the rest of the lineup just 1 for 17. So they've certainly been over reliant on the trio of Rizzo, Judge, and Stanton tonight. It's now a 2-2 count. In the dirt from Robles, full count. What's up, Steve? Steve from Pittsburgh. What's good, man? Hope you're doing well. I certainly couldn't be happier right now with the score. 6-1, Red Sox over the Yankees. I was expecting a very stressful night, but up to this point anyways, the Red Sox have really been in command since the opening inning. 3-2 pitch from Robles. That's a high fly ball. Shallow center. Calling for it is Devers, but he'll leave it. And the catch made by Alex Verdugo. 2 away for Hansel Robles. Yeah, I know, Steve. The Pirates have yeah, they've had a rough last couple years, more than couple years now. Yeah, there's nothing like playoff baseball. Playoff baseball is awesome. I agree. And even last year, for example, when my team, the Red Sox, weren't in it, I still enjoyed it. But yeah, when your team's in it, it's all the more exciting. So with the Red Sox in my case, I'm even more pumped for the playoffs. Anthony Rizzo at the plate, 1 for 3, homer 2 innings ago. That's the lone run for New York tonight. First pitch fouled off. Am I confident about the Red Sox winning the World Series? Well, no. I realistically, I don't think the Red Sox will win the World Series. I mean, I'd love for them to, but obviously they've got a long way to go to do that. First, they got to finish off tonight's game. They seem to be in good shape to do so, but even in the divisional series, they've got the Rays, who are one of the best teams in the league. So that's going to be no easy series if the Red Sox indeed can get the win here. Yeah, your A's aren't in, unfortunately. I know. And that's a swing and a miss. 3-pitch punch out for Hansel Robles. Fenway Park is loving every second of this. Middle of the 8th. Red Sox 6-1. Is that right, Steve? A friend of yours used to pitch for the Red Sox. Wow. What was his name? I maybe there's a chance I know him. As we go to the bottom of the 8th coming up next. Stay tuned. The Red Sox are within the finish line. The ALDS is awaiting them surely. I'll be right back. Bottom of the 8th. We're winding down here in the AL wildcard game. It's all smiles for the fans at Fenway Park. And, oh, yeah, Steve. Matt Clement, yes. That name definitely rings a bell. I'm definitely too young to remember him playing, that's for sure. But I have heard of him, yes. A reminder that on Saturday Night Football, in the college game, it's 9th-ranked Michigan taking on Nebraska. That's Saturday, 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific. Meanwhile, here in the opening game of the MLB postseason, it's ball one upstairs to Hunter Renfroe. Am I going to miss Sean McDonough calling Red Sox games? I mean, he still does, Vaughn. He still does games for the radio. He does games for WEEI. He does like 40 games a year on the radio. So, yeah, he doesn't call games as frequently as he used to for the Red Sox, but he still does. As Garrett Whitlock is warming up in the bullpen, so he's lined up to be the closer. But I still hear Sean when I'm in the car, during the regular season. I a few times turned on the game on the radio and heard him. So I still hear him calling Red Sox games. It's a 1-2 count. And that's a punch out for Chad Green. Paul over on Twitch. Yeah, that is a very random question. No, I have not. I have not. Oh, really, Steve? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Wow. Well, that's sad to hear. That's sad to hear. You never want to see, someone hit by a line drive. That's scary stuff. You thought he was leaving? Oh, is he? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't hear that he was leaving. I mean, he only works part-time doing that, so because I was actually fortunate enough to meet Sean McDonough over the summer. I got to have lunch with him and talked with him. So no, I'm he's he's still with EEI. He told me too that he didn't plan on, dropping his duties calling, 30 to 40 games a year for the radio. So I don't think he's leaving as the 0-2 is swung on and missed by Christian Vasquez. Back-to-back strikeouts for Green. You're in the bottom of the eighth. So 2 gone. Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. He's had a pair of strikeouts, so for 3 tonight. Ball 1, low and outside. This is it in the air. Foul ball to the right side. You're curious to see how Sean McDonough calls NHL games? Yeah, I am too. I'm looking forward to hearing Sean on the call for NHL games. Should be fun. He told me back at the start of his career, he used to do college hockey games for Nesson. This is a grounder sharply hit to Odor and the throw across the diamond in time to Rizzo. A 1-2-3 inning, and the Yankees are down to their final 3 outs. Okay, got you, Steve. All right, so he went to Chicago and then finished up with Toronto before he was cut when they signed Halladay. All right, very interesting. Yeah. No, that's cool how you have a friend who pitched in the MLB. Not a lot of people can say that. That's awesome, man. End of the eighth, the Red Sox 3 outs away from glory in the AL wildcard game. Final inning of play here, and the Red Sox with a 5-run lead. Yeah, I think you're right, Vaughn. I think Sean McDonough will be on the call for the first game on ESPN of the NHL season next Tuesday. Yeah, because he is part of their lead broadcast team. So yeah, he'll be calling their biggest games, including the Stanley Cup final. So yep. Yeah, it would have been nice to see Gary Thorne back calling games, but yeah, I think Sean McDonough will do well. We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it, though, as Garrett Whitlock is in to try to close it out. Strike one delivered to Aaron Judge. The Red Sox 3 outs away from a date with the Tampa Bay Rays in the ALDS. This is a grounder to Bogarts at short. Easy out to first. One away. 2 more outs needed. Well, arguably the biggest moment of the game came in the 6th inning when Stanton had a near home run, and I mean so close to a home run off the top of the Green Monster, played nicely off the wall by Hernandez, who then found Bogarts, and Bogarts with an absolute dime to Plawecki at the plate, who was able to tag Judge for the out. And if that had gone differently, we're talking about a whole different ball game. That's chopped foul by Giancarlo Stanton, who's come very close twice tonight to hitting a home run. I don't think the link went through in the chat, Steve. Not on my end anyways. This is hit well to right, and that ball's gone. Well, at last, Stanton hits one out of the park. As mentioned, he came close twice with hits to left field. The Green Monster denied him on both occasions. This time he goes to right. 343 feet, hitting one towards the pesky pole and into fair territory out of the park. All right, yeah, I'll YouTube it maybe. I don't know if I want to watch it though. I don't like seeing injuries. I don't, but I believe you. I believe you. Joey Gallo at the plate now, and this 1-0 is hit deep to right field. This is at the track, and Renfroe is there. Out number 2. And the Yankees are down to their final out of the season, maybe. Here comes Brett Gardner. Sorry, Gleyber Torres. Gardner's on deck. Who knows if he'll have even a chance to step up to the plate. Torres, the number 5 hitter, and that's strike one on the outside part of the plate. Yeah, Vaughn. Yeah, I mean, I was fine with the NHL on NBC, and this is a fly ball to right field. Hunter Renfroe is there, and the Boston Red Sox defeat the New York Yankees. 6-2 the final score, and the Red Sox keep their season alive. They move on to the ALDS, where they'll take on the Tampa Bay Rays starting Thursday. All right, Steve, thank you very much. That sounds great. Yep. Thursday will be interesting. I think what I'm going to do is I'll be on the call for U.S. Jamaica in the World Cup qualifiers. And then when that game ends, I'll start a new stream for the rest of the Red Sox Rays game 1, which is, I think, at the same time on Thursday night. So it'll be a busy night for me, but I'm looking forward to it. as the Boston Red Sox take down their rivals in this win or go home wild card game. The Red Sox celebrate, and the fans at Fenway Park will go home happy. It's another devastating end to a season for the New York Yankees. I don't like coffee, so I'll be I never tried coffee in all honesty. But yeah, I will be quite tired tomorrow morning, and then Thursday it'll be it'll be a long one, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. You know, two of my favorite teams, the US men's national team and the Boston Red Sox, with important games on Thursday. And how about the Boston Red Sox? A team that was predicted to be, an 81 win team, right around 500 before the season started, maybe slightly better than last year, but boy, have they defied those expectations. 92 wins on the season, and they take down the Yankees in the wild card game, a team that they lost to in the last 6 meetings, and you could tell what it meant for the Red Sox players. Pure happiness on the face of these Boston Red Sox players. And while they'll celebrate tonight, the focus will quickly shift to Thursday when they'll head down to St. Pete. And how about Nathan Eovaldi? Chris Sale embracing with him at the end. Eovaldi had a heck of a start. And Alex Cora back in charge of the Red Sox, getting the job done tonight. And who knows, maybe they'll spring a surprise in the best of 5 American League Divisional Series. Red Sox win. That's what the Jumbotron reads at Fenway Park. Enough said. They defeat their rivals, the New York Yankees, 6-2, your final score. Tampa Bay will be tough indeed, Steve. But I'm looking forward to that series. I am. It should be a good one between two AL East teams again. Red Sox eliminate the Yankees. New York, the first team eliminated from the postseason. That was a lot of fun, folks, and I'm looking forward to continuing to cover the Red Sox and their postseason journey, as well as some other MLB postseason matchups as October is just getting started. Yeah, you have a great night as well, Steve. I have to get to bed shortly since I have school tomorrow. But yeah, I'll enjoy the win, and I'm looking forward to that series with Tampa Bay. Red Sox win 6-2 over the New York Yankees. Playoff wins always feel good. Playoff wins against the Yankees feel even better. So long, everybody. I'm Samuel Reese saying good night, but before I do sign off, here are the thoughts of Xander Bogaerts. I'll let you listen in.
You've been struggling a little bit coming into this game. A lot. How did you work through that at first plate appearance?
I've been getting a lot of walks, I've been getting on base, but just maybe not getting as much hits as I would want and as much as people would want, I continue to trust myself. There's no one, puts a lot of, there's no one that expects a lot from themselves like I do, I just feel like being able to contribute to the team, that's been a very special feeling this game today.
A pivotal play in this game. He brought Aaron Judge at home plate. Walk us through that.
Hey, defense, man. I don't get talked a lot about that, It's always hitting, so it's been nice being able to get an eye out at home. Because, that game changed right there. To be honest with you, that run scored, the guy on second base was the winner would have changed right there. So, I've been around to definitely one of the best, and people gave me a good relay, and I got the guy out at home. It was a great win in general.
What do you think this means to Alex Cora?
It means a lot, man. I can't imagine what he went through last year, to be honest with you. Not being able to be around us, not being able to be around the field, not to be sitting at home. It must have sucked, man. And honestly, I'm very close to him. I'm very thankful for him for all that he's done.
All right. Talk about a happy guy, Xander Bogaerts, with a big-time performance, and that's what big-time players do. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's broadcast. I'm Samuel Reese saying good night, everybody. The Red Sox knock out the Yankees in the AL wildcard game and set up a date with the Tampa Bay Rays. That series will get underway Thursday night. So long, everybody. I'll see you guys next time.